Okay, good afternoon, guys, to another Hero Homes Live, brought to you by Hero Homes, obviously. Elfie Hero Homes here. We got Clinton Lim today with us and also Heikel, my partner. So Clinton Lim is Associate Group Executive Director.
Work partner only,
Work partner. Huh?
Not life partner.
Not life partner, yes. So Clinton and Heikel and myself, we're going to talk about two important topics, which Heikel is going to share with us today. Right? Three topics. Okay, Heikel,
Hello guys.
let's go.
Hello. Hi.
Okay, hi.
Am I the first Chinese?
Yes, Clinton is also the first Chinese on our podcast live, on our YouTube live.
Actually, my first Chinese friend in real estate also.
Oh my God, so sweet.
Yeah, actually, he's also my first
Love.
Muslim friend.
Malay
First
friend
love.
ever.
In real estate. And
School got no
one of
Malay.
the few agents that I actually taught when he was in Milan. I think.
Oh my
he was
God.
at Milan.
Hey, cannot say.
Yeah,
Cannot say.
so that time I remember Heikel was a bit like Heikel was I thought he was some agent that's doing high-end properties. Because I calling for some high-end property.
Yeah, I was.
So anyway, the rest is history lah.
Okay, anyway, so Heikel, to you, please.
Okay, so today we're doing things a bit different, which is why I'm also very differently dressed today. Yeah, we just want to do things, mix things up. The first half of our segment will just be talking about news updates, some comments that we have from a professional point of view, real estate professional point of view. And then we'll go to a break. And after that, since we have Clinton Lim on board, we'll talk more about who he is, what we do as property agents.
Right.
I mean, Elfie, myself, and Clinton, I think collectively we have close to 30 years worth of
about
30 years.
real estate
I
experience.
started about 12 years ago.
12
Elfie
years,
was like,
11, yeah, with William
so
Go.
12.
Yeah, almost 30 lah.
Yeah.
30
So
years worth of experience.
30 years.
yeah, okay, that's the introduction for today. So let's go straight into our article that we want to talk about. Mahi, please bring up the first content. Okay, so recently that there was this news that caught my eye on Straits Times. It states that there's a lot of BTO applicants who applied, yet as you can see here, as you can see here, they declined. They got their application, yet they declined. 40% of them did not go for the booking or they just cancelled. It's like, what?
Yeah.
What's going on? I mean, like, it's so difficult to get a BTO ballot in the first place.
Yep.
So you apply, you put down your $10, and then you wait for 1.5 months, 2 months for the ballot number to come out.
Right.
Then you tell everybody, hey, I never get any ballot. But
Bro.
actually you got. But you
got.
never go.
You never go.
Why?
Picky,
Yeah.
picky.
Picky,
I
ah.
think they're
Picky.
I think they're picky.
Picky.
Why?
Because everyone probably wants like the best view, the best higher floor. I mean, personal experience is I have some friends that really they want like no lesser than 15 story,
Oh.
right? So anything below they just didn't bother to show up lah.
So no lower than 15 story means they just want a top floor.
They want high floor.
High floor.
Or
and then-
those high rise
And then
20,
they, after that, they
30.
still complain. They say,
Right.
oh, I never get my BTO. But it's
Yeah lah,
just
Singaporean
picky
lah,
It's just
complain
picky,
only,
yeah,
yeah.
typical.
Like my wife, everything complain only. So anyway, applying for BTO and cancelling, I was one of them.
Oh, yeah.
you?
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, with my ex-girlfriend lah, I applied.
Oh, really?
Then she became my wife lah. So we
Which
applied
estate?
4 times. Okay, this is my story. Okay, I know I got the time limit now. So we applied 4 times for a Tampines BTO. I stay in Tampines. 3 times we applied, never get.
Okay.
On the 4th time,
Right.
I told her change your IC to Malay, change to Pakistani Malay.
Paki, okay.
Because her mom is Pakistani IC.
Okay.
So she changed. I mean, she's okay with that lah. And we applied for like 1,000 over unit BTO estate.
Okay.
We were number like 130. Woo!
Wow.
the best.
So you
Yeah. So
confirm
we,
placement.
I was like, wow, happy sia, shock sia.
What happened?
So
broke up.
no lah, yeah, not married, you know. So eventually, okay, eventually being a property agent, helping my clients upgrade and all that. I mean, I could sense that, I mean, if I were to wait for the BTO to complete 5 years MOP, I have to wait 8 years before I can start my property journey.
Asset progression
Asset
journey.
progression. So I thought, okay lah, why not I take a leap of faith, burn the deposit. Not much lah, 2,000 only lah.
When was that? When was that?
2017, 2018?
2018. So
2018 before we
2018
got
means that your HDB by now haven't
bro.
collect keys yet.
Haven't. I can see every day I drive past, it's not done yet. Every day I happy.
Is it almost done or?
Not done yet. But of course, I mean, not making fun or anything lah. So, just saying lah. I mean, for me, I cancelled because I felt that I can push myself further, and I didn't want to be locked in a total of minimum 8 years before I can move on.
You're right.
That's my point of view.
Exactly.
But when I saw that news, I didn't think of myself lah, because I forgot many years ago already, right? But I'm surprised because when I talk to a lot of my clients, a lot of them want to apply, a lot of them hoping to get. So it's quite surprising to see the number is 40% they avoided. Mahi, can you bring up the content again? The news? So on the left side, I circled red color. It states that virtually anyone, if you apply in Punggol, Sengkang, Yishun, Choa Chu Kang, which is a non-matured estate, if you apply for at least 3 times, you confirm will get one. Confirm will get. So what I want to share with you is today, if you are going for a property, you feel that, hey, resale flats are too old.
Correct.
Or
Too expensive.
You just need to throw your money, $10. 3 times, confirm you'll get.
Yep.
Then you can settle it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think the point is Singaporeans are picky, but yet what we see is them complaining on government.
I think
not
they want
building.
everything lah. They really want everything. Singaporeans are, if you see, really complain, whine.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
it is what it is lah.
You also, bro, you also complain a lot.
Okay, Chinese complain a lot.
Yeah, blame everyone but yourself. Okay, so that's the first article I want to share. Let's move on to our next article. Yeah, so this time we're going to make things fast moving, and then we talk about
Okay,
other stuff
HDB resale prices up for 24 months, 11% rise. Wow.
yeah, nothing new.
Okay.
Like, everything in Singapore is going up now.
Yeah.
And everything is all
But I think the main problem with HDB resale is it's getting ahead of economic fundamentals.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a
Maybe,
big word. That's a big word. But what I'm saying is it's just unnatural. What's happening now? It's scary. It's like 2013,
Unprecedented.
2013, under supply. If you bought a HDB resale, you're probably not going to make money for the longest time. Okay, in 2021, if you buy a HDB resale, most likely
all-time high.
I don't know how you're going to exit, because now we are talking about 40-year-old properties.
Sorry, 2013 average HDB flats, majority of 20 plus years old.
20 plus, yes.
In 2021, those
30,
flats will
40s.
be 30 plus years old already.
Yeah, exactly.
Yet they are more expensive by
More
7 to
expensive.
10%.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we are not talking about high construction costs and all that. That's more for BTO or new launches. Now we're going to talk about supply and demand. Basically, that is the main driver of
The economy,
prices.
the
economy.
property prices in
Yes,
Singapore.
even for private property, it's the same thing lah. Because even, let's say, rewind back to 2020, right? If we're having this discussion in March or April, we also will project a very bad market for the following 1 year or so because it's COVID.
Yeah,
But the
so-
price has gone up. So a lot of people don't see the aspect of supply chain disruption, right? And the effects of it.
Okay.
Heavy,
Really, bro.
I
We talk about that.
I want
Okay,
to
okay,
save this topic for a bit later. Mahi, can you bring back the article again just now? Sorry.
Nice shit.
Okay.
Nice shit.
Yeah, Sadiq says nice shirt. Of course, bro. I got taste. Forgot to see my sock. My shoe. This is how I dress up normally, when I'm not at work.
Hey, can you see my watch? Okay.
What Twitter lah. Okay. So this article, if you zoom in, if you can zoom in on your own, to the volume dipping 0.8%. There's a second graph below. Okay. You can actually thanks Mahi. Bring it up. Yep.
Alright.
So you can see February there was a dip in resale volume. The number of people buying and selling resale volume dropped. You know why? Because HDB launched a mega BTO launch.
Okay.
So a lot of people went, I believe they went into the BTO market. They exited the resale market. Can you bring it up again, please? Okay. And then you can see the effect the following few months. you can see the number of transactions is dropping in March, in April, in May, in June. It has reached the lowest number of transactions in one whole year. Okay, so I think this is something I've been sharing with a lot of our agents or our clients, the fact that the trend has started, the volume is dropping. In my opinion.
Yeah. By the way, Heikel has always, for me personally, right, 70% of the time, all the videos, when we talk about private property prices increasing, 2021, he did a video. You should watch that on YouTube. You know, you're saying private property prices will increase.
Oh, so
yeah. So it's good analysis. So anyway, back to Heikel. Good predict.
Seeing trends. Because back in 2013, when you were saying like prices were all-time high.
Correct.
Then there was 7 quarters, 21 months of transaction volume dropping. It took like 6-7 months before the price started to follow.
Yep.
So, Mahi, one more time again. Sorry, the same. Yeah, so you see, prices are going up. Okay, it has been 3 months whereby the volume has been dropping. I have a feeling another 3 to 6 months, we will see a turn in resale price. That's my hot take today, bro.
All right. My hot
guys,
take.
can I offer another perspective?
Okay.
Right, to probably wet a blanket a little bit. Actually, Mahi, can you show the graph again? If you notice, right, the HDB resale prices has gone up, right? But the transaction volume has dropped.
Correct.
Right? It could also mean that
$1 million
there's
HDB
lesser
flats.
seller.
Okay.
It's the supply.
Lesser
So
supply.
I think
possible.
data is very dead lah. It depends on perspective, how you interpret data, right? But like I said, there's also another side of the coin is it could be lesser sellers, and then people are paying higher for a house.
Can I say, another side of the dice lah. Now got 3 parts already.
Yes.
So I'm going to say that because there are outlier transactions, $1 million HDB flats.
That is
pushing prices up. Lower volume, but based on a per square foot basis, they are also the main.
Off track a bit, guys. Like for
Off track
example, recently, if you notice, there's this one Japanese coffee shop, $40 million, right? Right. Now every single coffee shop owner wants like 20-30 million.
20-30 million.
Like some stupid coffee shop.
Okay.
No, so if you see so many $1 million HDB transacting, naturally a lot of owners will become a little bit more bullish.
Correct.
And they also want higher price.
Yep.
Yes.
So I think right now we really cannot exactly say where is it heading to, but I think the high chance of it coming down is of course there. The
Bro.
price is really quite high already.
Okay,
right?
so I think we have discussed this previously, I think a few weeks ago. People who can afford $1 million HDB flats is a different category already.
Fair
But
enough.
public housing for the masses, to see prices increase 30% in 2 years. Did your salary increase by 30%? My wife's salary didn't increase by 30% now. Why? Cannot, no. Not right now.
Okay. So again, HDB, as much as you are saying that, HDB resale is an open market. It's almost like a free market in a way. But BTO is the one where they control salary. You cannot earn more than 14K.
Yes, got salary cap.
I got salary cap. So, and just now I shared with Heikel, I said median salary in Singapore is 9.5K. On average. So it still covers the majority. Household median income, 9520.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah. So I think the government is doing a good job lah. BTO is kept affordable. So resale is just a bit wild lah.
There's only so much they can do lah.
Yes.
At the end of the day, it really depends on every other Tom, Dick, Harry.
Okay.
Okay.
Before we move on. Mahi, one more time, the slide.
One more time.
Okay, Clinton said that he thinks there's lesser sellers in the market.
It could be. If I interpret
That's
this
why
data.
the volume is dropping. I'm saying he's wrong. Confident, because I feel HDB releasing 49,000 BTO flats this year and next year. Flex knowledge. They're releasing 49,000 flats. That's why a lot of buyers are going into the resale market. Going to the BTO market. Hence the slowdown in transaction volume. Okay.
My advice. Last. Takeaway, bro.
Could be wrong.
Yeah.
Bro. Takeaway. Okay. So for the viewers who are HDB sellers lah, this is my takeaway. You can get high prices now. Okay, you can lock in your prices.
Yes.
Okay, plan your next move properly. Because you are gonna lock in. Because 2 years later, I'm guessing prices will just.
So today
Now you can ask 800K.
Yeah.
2 years later, 600K. Maybe cannot.
Yeah,
also.
Yeah, so if you want to cash out, don't call Clinton. His number is 9452-3347. Call me. 97597125.
For buyers, if you can wait lah.
Please wait.
Relax. Okay.
Takeaway is.
Takeaway.
I might be wrong. I might be wrong.
Yeah.
I think
Everybody
we are just sharing perspective lah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, moving on. Third article.
That article.
All right. This is by Property Guru. They were sharing 4 reasons why your dream home is increasing in price lah. So they gave a few reasons. I don't agree with all, but I just want to highlight these 2 content that they shared. I think we need to improve this, Mahi. No, right. Okay, so one of the content is rising local demand and rising foreign demand, pushing up properties in Singapore up.
I don't agree, but it's okay.
You don't agree?
Yeah, I don't agree.
Why? Which part you don't
Okay,
agree?
foreign demand. When you talk about foreign demand,
I agree with you that you don't agree.
Yeah, you're gonna talk about CCR, not OCR. And CCR, how many units?
What is
down there?
CCR, bro?
Core Central. That means
Core Central
talking
region.
about
I
Orchard
think
lah.
this one let me explain.
Oh, okay. Let Clinton explain.
Okay, this is my area of expertise. Okay, so I think a lot of Singaporeans have this misconception that foreigners are the one driving prices in Singapore. Right? Actually, false, because in the past, I would say past 7, 8, 9 years, okay, government has actually tried to strangle this group of buyers with a lot of ABSD. Right now, the ABSD, because it keeps changing. I think right now it's about 25 or 30%.
Correct.
I say it keeps changing now, so I
Yep.
forget the amount. But it's a huge deterrence for buyers to be buying, right?
Yes.
But foreigners in the past few years, it's actually they only buy CCR properties, Central Core Region properties. So like I said, when you see like bulk purchase, I think you all shared this one thing with Ashraf last week, right? The bulk purchase one. It is not something that I would be worried about because that these core region properties, right, is rather developers are aiming to sell to foreigner buyers.
Correct.
Okay, but typically we get these Chinese buyers coming from China. We don't get that much Indonesian buyers nowadays.
And these people, they don't buy in Punggol. They don't buy in
And they
Tampines.
don't buy
don't
in
buy,
Bogor.
yeah.
Right. They don't buy in Bogor. So usually buy Central Core Region. Lah. Because the ABSD is already so great. It's like today, if your COE is so high, you buy a Toyota, let's say about 160K, and your Mercedes is 200K. So they'll say, I might as well buy a Mercedes.
That's why a lot of
Correct.
Mercedes were out in the market for the
Yeah.
past few years.
Yes,
A lot of
correct.
Mercedes,
So,
yeah.
but I would like to correct that. I think foreign demand it's still decent, but it's
Yeah.
not the key driver.
So I think we all can agree that foreign demand in Singapore is
Not a key driver lah.
not a key driver. I mean, we all do different markets. We
Yeah.
do HDB residential. Clinton does private, higher net worth kind of clients. So we can see it across all markets, foreigners not active so much, especially in the last 2 years after COVID.
Yes.
And with all the
I mean,
ABSD.
you do still occasionally have this kind of bulk purchase. And
Yeah.
Chinese
One-off
people coming
things lah,
by.
one-off
Okay,
things
it's
lah.
one-off lah.
Right. So I guess enough on the foreigners. We agree they're not around. But the other part of the article was saying local drivers.
Correct.
That one I 100% agree.
100%.
100%.
Because now we have dual income. One thing that is very different about our generation and our parents' generation. My father was the only person working.
Correct.
Same.
No.
My father also.
Okay, our fathers were the only ones working. But today, I'm working. I'm not letting my wife stop working because I want a dual income.
Yeah.
You know? So
You want to share the load, right?
share the load. Yeah, but that also means that we have higher purchasing power to buy a bigger house. Yeah, and because of that, the same limited number of houses is there, but more and more people are able to buy higher prices. So
Right.
they bid up lah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why prices are pushing up, especially proven in the last 2 years. Local demand very strong. You have your suburban condo prices, HDB prices
Right.
shooting up by 30% too.
I partially disagree with
Oh,
Michael's
wow.
point.
Oh.
Okay, reason why? Okay, one of the main drivers is the HDB upgraders.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them. And they are pushing prices up because they themselves are selling at all-time highs. If you're talking about 3 years ago, basically they are always the drivers lah. Because it's local, they are vested, they won't run if got any war or what,
But I think what you were trying to bring out the point was that they got high profit
Yes.
to carry over.
Correct. Because median income, let's just now talk 9.5K on average.
Yeah.
Okay. So it hasn't increased so much over the past many years.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's my
Actually,
point.
this group of HDB upgraders are the one driving the market for the past 1 to 2 years, especially in properties in the RCR and OCR, which is outside core region and rest of core region. So they are the key driver. So that's very clear lah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. So anything else from the article that we can discuss?
Yes, there's a second part. Point number 4. Rising cost of raw material and labor means Singapore houses prices
That's okay, good.
are higher. I got 6 eyesight, bro. Yeah, you want me to read the
I
bottom
only
half?
see like ends only.
Okay. So rising costs of materials. So it's gonna. So again, upward pressure. So towards housing prices can only go up because of raw materials.
Correct. Example, like right now, I'm also in the process of renovating my house. 2-3 years ago, I think the cost to do the exact same thing is maybe, let's say, $100,000. Right now, it's $160,000.
No, because you want to put a lift right inside your house.
I mean, whatever it is, yes, reason. But what I want to say is, because it's $160,000, in the future, when I want to sell my property, I will factor that in also.
Bro, how much your house?
Right?
How much you buy your house?
I bought, secret.
Where?
Secret, bro. Secret.
Okay.
How big the land?
Anyway.
Okay, let's move on.
Let's move on.
How many cars, bro? Inside?
Okay, let's move on.
Okay, bro. So Clinton, you were saying continue. I mean, you were saying about
Raw material.
Raw material.
material.
Rising costs, I think it affects everyone, especially this year because inflation is very, very high, right? So everything's increasing. You see, but everything is correlated to energy costs. But like I said, we leave that for another day.
Yes.
Okay.
But rising costs is real. And like I said, developers and even owners like myself, I would like to pass the cost to future buyers. That's why prices, we believe, should stay fairly strong.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, when you talk about private properties versus HDB, it was ahead of economic fundamentals.
Yeah.
But for private property, it is in line. Can we say that?
Yes.
Because if not, when was the last measure? 2020, December 2021. The ABSD.
Yes, last year
That's all.
they actually introduced the adjustment for second property,
Second property, right?
For Singaporeans
Exactly.
and PR and whatsoever.
So 1.5 years later, nothing.
Half years later, actually nothing, because it does not address the problems.
The problems.
Fundamentally.
So that's why.
Let's continue.
Okay. So Michael wants to say something.
Yeah,
Michael.
I want to add on to Elfie's statement whereby HDB prices are no longer in line with the fundamentals, whereby it's a depreciating asset and all that. And the fact is, again, I repeat, HDB flat prices has gone up by 30%, 30% in the last 2 years. But resale condo, the index has only gone up by maybe like 9-10%.
Yes.
Yeah, so like you said, fundamentally, it sounds like private properties are more in line with economic whatever's going on.
Growth lah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we don't have an overinflated private property market.
Yes.
Okay, but we do have an overinflated.
Right, we have one question.
What's that?
By our very own Mahi. I mean, he wants to know, when can we estimate the peak and start of
Fall down.
or fall down in the BTO market? I mean, you mean the prices? So I guess the risk. I mean, for HDB prices, well, I feel because of the trend that transaction has been going down, I think it's a matter of 3 to 6 months, nothing more than 6 months, that we'll see prices to drop. HDB market. On that note, since we were just talking about private property just now, I don't see private property dropping in value anytime soon. Because again, fundamentally, and the demand for upgraders is still very
I want
high.
to correct you a little bit, but I believe that the transaction volumes will continue to fall.
Private.
For private.
Private has also been dropping. You're right.
Yeah.
I think
Volume, but not price.
Because a lot of people are worried about the upcoming recession,
Okay.
high interest rate, so and so forth, right? When they are worried about something, right, they tend to put the brake.
Knee-jerk reaction lah.
When they tend to put the brake, they do nothing.
They do
When
nothing.
nothing, transaction volume falls.
Yeah.
Right?
It will fall for a bit lah.
Yeah, they fall for a bit. So whether it affects the price or not, it really depends on how panicky the sellers are.
Understand.
If they are lah.
Yeah. Hey, but talking about that, sorry. When you talk about panicky sellers, that means there's a reason to sell. Is it for profit or is it to buy something better? But to be honest, right, Singaporeans got a lot of savings. So these sellers, if they don't get their prices, okay, Singapore has one of the highest savings rates in the world.
Yep.
Okay. These sellers, they're greedy, they want money, they want profit. If I cannot sell for that,
Okay, so you were talking about panicky sellers.
Yes.
There's one more thing going on in the world that might actually bring on a second set of panic.
World Cup.
No lah.
Sellers. COVID again.
Actually, I prepared a video.
Okay.
Can you play this video?
The announcement from UOB followed similar price revisions by DBS and OCBC to their fixed-rate packages. For a fixed 2-year mortgage, the rate has increased from a median of 1.15% in December last year to 2.75% for DBS, 2.98% for OCBC, and 2.98% for UOB. Mortgages with floating interest rates will also cost more. The 3-month Singapore Interbank Offered Rate, or SIBOR, has risen from 0.43% to 1.9%, while the 3-month Singapore Overnight Rate Average, or SORA, has risen from 0.15% to 0.7% compared to the previous quarter.
Okay.
So that was the topic I want to bring up. Inflation leading towards higher interest rates. So
Yes.
not going to try to explain inflation here, but the fact is we have interest rates going up. We are all feeling it. Interest rates has
I'm
gone up
feeling it.
by average by 1.5%. For our typical condo suburban owner whose property is worth around 1 to 1.2 mil, that's an increase of $600 to $700 per month.
Okay.
Okay, your monthly mortgage is going up by $600 to $700 per month.
You're right.
If you are not panicking, maybe you will soon. When you see your bank send you the notice that your interest rate has gone up by 1%.
If you're not panicking, that
1%
means
is
you plan
already-
with us, right?
And 1% is already
It's big.
quite a good day
Yeah.
already.
So
leh, 1%.
bottom line, right? If you have an outstanding loan, $1 million, your interest rate is 3%. Every year, your cost is on average is around $30,000 just cost.
So just to plug advertisement for ourselves, I
Yeah.
think all our clients, we can safely, as agents who has been helping them upgrade, putting them in this position, yet, they have to pay extra interest mortgage now. We know that they are safe.
Yes.
Because of how we plan.
Correct.
End of plug.
Yes.
So interest rates increasing.
Yep.
That means cost of holding a property is going to go up.
Yes.
That means if I'm not owning a private property today, I want to buy a condo today. To buy $1 million condo, I have to pay more. That means I either lower my budget or I don't buy at all.
Yep.
If everybody has this thinking, likely the expectation is prices are going to be
dropping.
dropping.
Mm.
What's your take on this?
If you want to start first or you want me to go?
Yeah, Clinton, please.
Okay, so I think if you, let's say, get into a situation of buying a condo and then you're worried about the high interest rate, we call it a form of holding cost, a yearly expense. Now, same thing as what I mentioned in regards to renovation. Usually, if, let's say I'm a very savvy investor and at the end of the day or 3-4 years, I want to decide how much I want to sell, I need to factor in the cost. Okay? So because your high inflation leads to high interest rate, because interest rate is meant to crush demand, right? High interest rate. But the thing is, if your high interest rate is high, means inflation is also high. Cost of material, everything is so high. So if everything is high, okay, we expect in the future the selling price to be high also.
Yep.
But when we enter in right now, I think what Haikal says is true. People will be a bit, as I mentioned also, people will be a bit more cautious.
Cautious.
Okay. But at the end of the day, like HDB upgrader, when they want to upgrade, it's beyond just making money. They want to have a different lifestyle, change your lifestyle.
Yep.
Because of COVID, when you lock someone down in a HDB, of course, given a choice, they want to stay in a condo, he can go down, walk around the facilities, so on and so forth. So, HDB upgraders, like I say, I don't believe will be deterred that much, although it's still a significant amount,
Right.
but they will consolidate and add to the cost.
I want to add on to your point that HDB upgraders will not be so affected. Also because what Elfie said just now, they have a bigger profit
Margin.
to play with that they can deposit higher upfront, or if they're smart, they can play around with some reserve funds. So as the interest rate goes up, they are still well covered. This one a bit technical to explain.
That will leave it for another session.
Yeah,
It's
but-
quite fun.
So anyway, sorry to cut you. We have questions that we want to address. Okay,
Sure.
Mzar, for resale condo that are 10 years old and above, what should we look out for before entering? Okay, because I believe there are those older condos that can still make good profit when you exit. Maybe Haikal?
I just want to say Emza has been following us every single week.
Thanks, Mzar.
Thanks, man. I mean,
Should we
like,
invite Emza?
Don't buy don't buy Tampines treasures yet.
what? Okay.
No, resale.
So, resale condo that I wasn't paying attention.
Okay,
Resale
10 years
condo
old.
10 years and above, you should be looking for before you're entering because okay, I think you have to look at price point first. If you want to buy an old project, you must make sure that it's not as expensive as a younger project. That's one. That's what I was using when I bought a resale property a few years ago. I just made sure that I'm buying way cheaper than my neighbors. So age to age, I compared. I was buying like at least 150 to 200,000 cheaper than my next door neighbor, which was just like 1 year
Hey, your house
older.
quite new, remember? Yours quite new, right?
But I still bought resale.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Quite new.
Now is reaching 10 years lah. Okay, but anyway, and if I'm buying an older property today, I will use the same concept first. Price. I will make sure that I have some what's the word?
Buffer.
Arbitrage, whatever lah.
arbitrage, yeah.
Cheaper than my neighbor next door.
I see.
You know, if not, then why buy old? Then you just buy cost
Correct.
of space.
Yeah.
Then is it worth to pay the premium to
Yeah.
pay for the space? If like that, just go landed lah. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think what our team, Clinton is actually, okay, just to share with you guys, if you don't know, we joined Clinton when we crossed
Ported
over
over.
to Next. Okay, anyway, so he actually came up with a concept of
Yes.
how our resale buyers can actually, what's the word?
There's a framework lah. So basically,
Okay,
we have come up with a
framework.
framework to help us better understand whether a property is worth buying or investing or whatsoever. Like to answer the question, 10 years old and above, I think what Haikal mentioned is price, right? So if the price is good, it's not just the only factor that we have to pay attention to.
Right.
Okay, price is one thing. Now, exit strategy is another. Okay, so
we
I
got-
don't want
We
to
got price, now we got exit strategy.
exit strategy. Who are you going to sell in the future? Let's say
Correct.
today I give you an example. You buy a condo, let's say Melville Park, right? Who's going to be buying there? Why would they pay a premium, right? So we need to identify this exit strategy. Okay, and the final thing is, even though you have a good price and good exit strategy, finally is you need to have a good, rather the property you buy has to have good quality lah. So what do you mean by good quality? To sum it up, good layout, good facilities,
So we got price, we got exit strategy.
and quality.
Now we're looking at the quality of the project you're looking at.
Yes, right down to the layout.
Okay.
Layout is very important.
So maybe let me put this in a different point of view. If your exit strategy is targeting towards investors who want, okay, then maybe they don't really care about having a storeroom and all that. Versus if you're buying in Pasir Ris, you know you are selling in future, you are going to be selling to a family.
Yep.
They got a maid, they got 2 kids, they got 3 cats, one dog. So they need the extra utility room.
Correct.
Those kind of units usually will do better than those compact 3-bedder.
If you do a bit quick research, you look at the annualized return for the comparisons between 2, 3, or 4 bedroom. Typically, the larger ones get a better annualized return.
Right. So you got a couple, sorry, to recap, you got to couple your exit strategy together with quality. The right quality must match.
Correct. But let's say today, if you want to buy somewhere in Tampines, if you buy a 1 and 2 bedroom, then you know your profits won't be as great lah.
Because not many people buy a 1-bedder,
But if you
2-bedder.
want to go
Floor
to the
plate
CBD,
smaller.
you want to go CBD, then you buy 3, 4 bedroom. I think a lot of locals don't want to be living there.
Correct.
You know? So sum it up, okay? Price, exit strategy, and quality.
If you have to rank exit strategy, price, and quality, which is the most important? Crescent Half is asking.
Price.
Wow.
Price
Because
is
if
most
let's say
important.
today the property is, for example, worth $1,000, okay, and the layout sucks, the quality sucks, right, and the exit strategy is also like not very good lah. But your price is, let's say they give a discount, instead of 1,000, they sell it to you at $200.
Yep.
Then to me, price is everything.
Okay.
There's a price for everything.
So everything can go wrong, but price cannot go wrong.
Yeah, but
Okay.
to me, on the bigger picture, is because price now, it's not easy to get fire sale. Because the
Yeah,
market is trending
agree.
upwards, so all the prices are high, right? So you're paying a higher price, then you need to go down to the go down deeper and
Yep.
understand the quality and exit strategy.
So on fire sale, I don't think there'll be any fire sale anytime soon. Like I said, Singaporeans got a lot of savings. We
Because
don't.
TDSR.
Yeah, because of
Total debt
TDSR,
servicing
exactly. So the
ratio.
government saw this. Speculation is gone anyway, guys. So you won't find fire sale. Okay, somebody is asking any tips for upgraders, sell my current place at high price and buying something high also. So I think the question is, wow, I sell high, I also buy high. So what's the point, right?
Yeah.
So maybe
So for example, if you sell let's take an example, you sell a HDB at a high, and then you buy another private property at a high, right? So like what Haikal mentioned, the HDB has appreciated 30% in the
Right.
past 2-3 years, right? Private property has only appreciated like 10%. So we more or less can deduce that probably private property has a bit more room to appreciate lah.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's as good as selling high and buying not so high lah. Yeah. So you sell your HDB high and you enter into, whether it's a resale condo, but if it's a private property, you can see that the index hasn't shot up as crazy as HDB.
Yeah, right.
So if you're able to take advantage of the current situation, sell as an all-time record high
You are
for
right.
HDB market, and then you buy into a private property.
So
Which,
can I say one thing? Right now, if you have a chance, 10 years of property, buy something that has a good layout and big size.
You're right.
Yes,
Because
correct.
people are hungry for space.
But also, I can tell you, I mean, in terms of exit strategy, I mean, when you say sell to investor, actually the best person to sell to is HDB upgraders.
Yes.
If you're an investor, if you're a proper investor, will you buy residential? How many properties can you buy? Honestly,
Correct.
You know,
No, if I'm a purely investor, right, and got no emotions, right, I would just bargain and try to whack a price.
yeah. No, what I'm saying is, you know, how often are people gonna invest? What's an investor? Investor will probably go into commercial. Makes sense, right? No ABSD. You know, you can own. You know, there's a lot. You know, the yield is much better than
Yeah.
residential. Property tax is gonna increase 2 years later. So I think in terms of investors, we're not gonna see a lot of them. So HDB upgraders is your next natural one.
Yeah.
Sell to them.
But HDB upgraded also investors. So in a way, they are half
Hybrid,
investor,
hybrid.
half for own use lah.
Okay, so somebody saying, alamak, gone already.
Imzat.
Okay,
Imzat got a lot of questions.
renovation for resale new launch condo important. Will it affect the price when you're selling in the future?
Yes.
Okay, no.
Yes.
2 yes, 1 no.
Okay, the
is
reason why is because if you want to look for a property, don't go for the renovation. Renovation you can always change anytime. Layout you cannot change. Okay, facing you cannot change. These are the things you should go for. Renovation you can spend money if you want to. Strategic renovation, not full renovation lah. So that's why I say renovation not important. I mean for the buyer even, there are things that they cannot change.
Okay, so he's busy looking at his phone. Very rude.
Rude lah this guy.
So renovation important because if you renovate too niche, too specific, very hard to sell.
Actually, it's more expensive. Leh.
It's
to
more
renovate.
expensive,
Yeah.
then it's not going to be easy to sell because not everybody is going to like a Victorian style, Balinese,
Expensive.
Indian
Okay.
style.
Can I say
Chinese?
Rojak.
Okay, if you wanna buy a property to sell, do strategic renovation.
Yeah, timeless. Timeless.
Timeless renovation.
Yeah, then again, you
Minimalist.
minimalist. lah.
Minimalist, movable.
Okay.
Right, okay.
So, the right kind of renovation, yes, will make a difference. But it's also very subjective. But find the right ID, find the right advisor, you can get a very high price in future. Yeah.
I'll share one case study, very fast one.
Okay, very fast case study. This is about
my
Tanjung Rhu.
client bought a Costa Road unit, spent 500K on renovation, okay? And he did not came out with an over elaborate design. Okay, so he spent 500K really changing what the top
500,000.
500,000. I got receipts, I got invoice, I got receipts, all right, to prove it. Because at the time we said that, I was also skeptical. But anyway, he changed one of the best marbles, best flooring. Flooring people use what? Timber, use parquet, right? He used walnut, American walnut, things like that. Fast forward 3-4 years later, he bought it at 3 million. He spent 500K, right? So 3.5. Fast forward, he sold at 3.93. The last transaction was 3.6. But the buyer was like, when it's like, okay, this renovation, I really don't need to spend much to do it according to my taste because it's very neutral.
Yeah, okay.
Right? So this kind of renovation will add value to your property.
Classic.
Yeah. Classic.
Okay, guys. So thanks, Clinton. Thanks, Michael, for all the insights. We're going to go for a break and then join us for the second part of our YouTube live because we're going to talk about recruitment and how to make money in real estate, guys.
Yeah.
This is going to be an insight strategy and secrets, and we're going to share a lot later. So
See you guys.
see you guys then.